Hello, gamers, and welcome back to a special episode of me playing the Tsukihime remake, A Piece of Blue Glass Moon. This is now, I believe, part... is it 16? It's 15 or 16, I think it's 16. But yeah, this should be, as you can see, hopefully, this will most likely be a considerably longer part than usual, where we usually have like less than 2 hours or so of Tsukihime, give or take, because I also do another game on Sundays. But today, we might just be streaming Tsukihime only, because supposedly, I'm not super far from the ending of the Arcueid route of this version of the game. So I figured, instead of... I mean, I do it sometimes. Like, instead of blue balling this time, I think we might just commit and ride it all the way to the end. I think that might be the plan today. So, chances are this is a considerably longer part. Now, I'm not sure if we can fit all the... other choices and options in the same part still, because I did get comments last time, thank you for that by the way, that people said before starting the next route, I should just go back and go through all the options and whatnot here and like fully finish this route first, especially that one, there was that one thing you can't even choose until you supposedly finish this route, which probably leads to some very cool exposition and whatnot. But I'm not sure if we have time for that today, but you will still see that before we start the next route regardless, but today we'll be focused on at least completing this route, like seeing the end of it. But then, yeah, maybe next time you'll see us go back and do all the Myst choices and other stuff. You know what I mean, hopefully, before the next route. So there you go, that's the plan. Oh boy, this is gonna be a long one. So hey, buckle up, grab some drinks, some snacks. Hopefully, enjoy. I'm excited because it's been a good while we've been playing, and it will be nice to finish off one route today. Let's go. Ooh. Is it Tsukihime only? Yeah, Panzan, I think it is. Unless something really weird happens. Day 13, The Face of the Moon. There's a title for you. For day/chapter. You already missed too much dead ends. Yeah, I think I've dodged them pretty well so far. I mean, I did hit like 3 of them, I think. But there's probably way more than that. Anyway, let's go. We're here. I've always been a stranger in my family. That's something I've known ever since I was young. From the time I was handed off to the Arimas. But honestly, it's been like that for much longer. It's no mystery why I've felt like this. For as long as I can remember, I've been alone. There were people around me who seemed like parents, so I simply tried my best to be their child. My first home was one with old tatami mats, I think. After that, I was taken to a massive mansion for some reason. There was a pair of siblings who were close in age to me when I moved there. We got along pretty well, I think. Well, I think I know where this is going, actually. Oh, we're finally getting that full clearance of that backstory now that we got the reveal of Roa's vessel, I guess, last time. I think this is where it's headed. Okay, let's see. This is exciting. Though there was always a wall between me and their father. I tried. I did everything I could to fit in. I thought of him as my own parent, even though we weren't related by blood. But all of that was cut short. There was a big accident. After that, I was taken to the hospital. No one came to visit, and my eyes changed. I was by myself to start with, and I ended up alone. Back then, I thought I'd be fine if I just disappeared. Ooh, there's the CG again. At least until I met that magician, as beautiful as a clear blue sky. Oh man, blue balled again. But, you know, fair enough. That dream felt familiar somehow. There you go. Idly, I voice my thoughts out loud. Though I can't move a single finger, I can at least talk again. It's pretty crazy that he lived though, right? He got stabbed right in his chest. Pretty deep as well. They got some miracle workers. They got them Baki doctors, if you know, you know. My chest is wrapped in bandages. Someone must have removed the knife. As my senses return, I slowly realize that I'm back in my room.
兄さん、
Oh,
気がついたんですね。
it's her.
アキハ、なんだ、そこにいたのか。
She's sitting beside the bed, carefully watching over me.
アキハ、お前。
Unable to grasp the situation, I simply stare at her. She looks away awkwardly.
この傷は、さ。
I can't tell her it was inflicted by the other Tonoshiki, by Roa. That said, why is Akiha the one looking after me? Wouldn't you normally send someone to a hospital when they've taken a knife to the chest?
いいんです。どうか楽にしてください。
Sus.
大体の事情は、あの人たちに聞きましたから。
The church people, I guess.
あの人って先輩のことか。
Akiha nods heavily, her eyes downcast. This is bad. What does she mean by most of it? How much does she know? More like how much does he know? Ho ho. I can't relax until I find out just how much Ciel told her.
それで、アキハ、先輩はどうしたんだ。
客間を与えましたので、そちらで休んでいるのでしょう。本来ならあのような悪党、屋敷に入ることは許可しませんが。
Wow.
仮にも兄さんを助けてくれた方です。
She really seems to despise her.
無下には扱えません。
They translate as wretch, but in Japanese she said like villain. Interesting. So she sees her as evil. Okay. A wretch, huh? Akiha is even more ruthless than usual.
それより兄さん、その胸の傷は、式に負わされたものですね。
She knows. In an almost matter-of-fact tone, she probes the truth without a moment's hesitation.
言ったでしょ。大体の事情は聞いたと。もっとも、聞かなくても兄さんの容体を見れば、一目でわかることですが。
I'm so shocked I can't even force a sound out of my throat. She's talking as if she knew about him from the start. Clueless.
アキハ、お前、式のことを。
ええ、知っています。私は全てを承知した上で、兄さんを屋敷に呼び戻したんですから。
ちょっと待ってくれ。全てを承知した上ってどういうことだよそれ。俺はまだ正直整理がつかないんだ。子供の頃、俺と秋葉の他にもう一人子供がいたのは確かだと思う。そうでないと辻褄が合わないからな。けどそれを聞いたらお前は。
She told me there was no third child.
それについては謝ります。私、兄さんには嘘ばかりついていました。今回のことも、こうなることが分かっていたのに。
It's kinda rough considering how, you know, how she was acting towards him when he was being secretive, when she was holding back all the secrets as well. Well, I'm not sure if secret is the right word in this case, because Shiki is supposed to know this, right? He just forgot about it. But she's clearly well aware that he forgot all about it, so maybe she just didn't want to remind him of all these things. You know, the good old to protect him and all that thing. I assume that's the angle here.
じゃあ、3人目の子供はいたんだな。けどどうしてあいつは。
Why did he disappear from the mansion 7 years ago? My memories of that time are indistinct. There was a boy my age, and we'd often play together. I've recalled that much. Sometimes Akiha would join us, when she managed to slip away from the old man's watchful eye. But the rest is a total blank. I don't know why the other child disappeared. I don't even know why I forgot his name, a name he shared with me. For whatever reason, I forgot everything.
わからない。
うん
覚えていることといえば、それは
What I saw in that forest clearing, that hot summer day, a scene that's been drifting around the back of my mind ever since I came back to this mansion. Akiha was there, and so was I. And before us was the corpse of a young boy drenched in blood.
死体
I think back on what the vampire said. Your debt is repaid. A death for a death. Which means, aware?
あの夢は俺は本当にあいつを
I killed him, didn't I? That's why he disappeared. And I'd forgotten all about it for the sake of my own convenience. Do you wonder what happened, though?
俺は。
いいえ、違います。
Oh.
兄さんは誰も殺してはいません。
Oh.
そう思い込むよう、お父様。当の牧久に言いつけられたんです。
The game sounds just crackle. I'm not sure if that was just a capture card audio glitch or if that was intended in the game itself. I honestly don't know. Because there is sometimes an audio glitch, I think, with my capture card on the Switch. So, I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine.
親父に
It felt like it was kind of fitting there. Him recalling stuff. Now I'm more confused than ever. Why would he have wanted to conceal the truth?
それどういうことだ。秋葉はすべて7年前のこともあの式のことも全部知っているのか。
はい。式のことは兄さんには思い出してほしくなかった。できるけどそれもおしまいですね。初めから隠し通すことなんて無理な話だったんです。
Her smile carries a hint of self-mockery. She turns straight towards me.
兄さん、遠野の家が特別な血族だということはあの人たちに聞いたでしょう。信じられないでしょうけど。
I feel like at this point he's willing to believe anything with the amount of stuff he's gone through and seen and etc., you know?
少なくとも私は幼い頃からお父様にそう教えられて育ってきました。もちろんそれをまっとうに信じてはいませんでした。けれど信じざるを得ない出来事が起きてしまった。それが7年前の兄さんが式に殺された事故です。
Wait, it's that way around? He got killed by the other Shiki? Nani?
殺されたって
Nani?
俺が式に
That's crazy. Akiha nods silently. But that doesn't sound right. It should be the other way around. A death for a death, he said. If the bloodied corpse I saw in my memories was the other Shiki, doesn't that mean I'm the one who killed him?
遠野家の人間は個人差はあれど年を取るごとに自分の中の異なる血が増えていきます。この血はあまりいいものではないんです。遠野の血筋に混ざっている意志は人とは違った生存本能を持っている。人間らしい部分を理性とする
Bestial impulses, yeah, I think we've caught some glimpses of that already from
銃
Shiki.
声と言えるもの
One
で
could
す。
say. That's for sure.
秋葉それは
分かってます。 にわかには信じられない話でしょうから、今は黙って聞いてください。けれど遠野の血筋の者が人として終わってしまうのは年老いてからなんです。私の兄のように、四季のように幼年期に反転してしまう例なんて今までなかった。遠野の人間が持つ異能にはそれぞれ個人差があるそうです。外見が全く変わらない者がいれば、本当に体の形が変わってしまう者もいる。四季は典型的な後者でした。
So he went through a lot of physical changes.
後者。体の形が変わるってこと？
はい。なぜ四季があんな幼さで狂ってしまったかは分かりません。
He was an early bloomer.
ただある日、何の前触れもなく反転してしまった。
That must be scary.
その時四季に襲われたのが兄さん。あなたの
四季が俺に襲いかかった。
An uneasy feeling rises under the skin. An ache tracing the contours of my scar.
その時の場所があの森の広場なんです。兄さんは四季に胸を貫かれて瀕死の状態でした。
Stabbed again, huh?
そこに父が駆けつけて四季を止めたんです。
Was he the one that killed him?
理性を失っていた四季を止めるには息の根を止めるしかない。
Oh wow.
遠野家の当主にはそうやって反転してしまった一族のものを処理する義務があります。ですから兄さんが見た血まみれの式というのは父に処理された後の式ではないでしょうか。
The memory still eludes me, just out of reach. It feels like there was something else, something important that I'm forgetting about. There's one more thing. Somewhere in the mist of hazy memories, Pogme, I know that I took a life with my own hands. No matter what anyone says, something tells me I took a life there, in that forest.
幸い、兄さんは奇跡的に一命を取り留めました。あとは兄さんの記憶にある通り、当の式は事故に巻き込まれたと偽証をして病院に運ばれたんです。
So there was no big accident. Well, I guess it is an accident, but they told it differently.
私が当主に決まったのはこの一件が原因です。一度でも反転した者は当主には迎え入れられない。式は跡継ぎではなくなり、唯一父の血を継いでいる私が当主として育てられました。
I see. So that's why Akiha was saddled with the responsibility of inheriting the, Hold on.
アキハ、それおかしい。だってさ、反転してしまったのは四季の方だろ。俺は、まともじゃないのか。
Yeah.
驚いた。兄さん、こんな話を信じてく
The
れる。
hell is happening? Nobody lies.
お前がこんな嘘をつくわけがないし、
Come on. Oh
こう
my
いう
god.
話には慣れているというか、とにかく話の続きだ。アキハが当主に選ばれた理由、俺が有馬の家に預けられた理由を教えてほしい。
簡単です。
Okay.
兄さんにはどうしても遠野家を告げないわけがあった。
Okay.
本当に。
Come on! I'm getting my balls are so blue!
その蜃気楼が
Please, please, please,
続いてくれたらよ
please,
かったのに。
please tell me. They're so blue.
アキハ。
兄さんは遠野家の人間では
I
ない
mean, honestly, I figured that was the case. I just wanted to hear it. Okay. There you go. So he is adopted. Yeah. Okay. Huh. Yeah. Okay. Okay. But that's weird, right? He's getting some weird bestial impulses as well, though, right? But it's not because of the blood, then, because he doesn't have it. So there's some other reason or whatever. What? That's crazy. So there's a lot that answers something, but there's also a lot more questions now too, if anything. Interesting. Very interesting.
ただ父の気まぐれで私の兄である四季と同じ名前というだけで
Wow,
養子に取られ
really?
た子供でした。
That's it? He was adopted because he shares a name with his son? Who would want to do that? Isn't that kind of weird? Isn't that like the opposite of a reason why you would want to adopt someone? Because you already have a kid named the same. Why would you want another one with the same name? What is the logic with his dad? Or his adoptive dad, I guess. What the hell? I want to say it's completely backwards, but okay, interesting. Sure, dude. Okay, he just collects the Shikis. Okay, sure, why not? What?
兄さんと私、それに四季、私たちは本当の兄弟として育てられました。
Okay, obviously, Haas. I know it has to be a spoiler. Okay, whenever I'm stalking stuff, no one ever assumes you need to answer anything, by the way. I'm just, because I really don't want to get spoiled. So I'm always just posing rhetorical questions. I'm thinking out loud, okay? Never answer anything I say, unless I really ask for it. Just gonna put that out there, because I know there's gonna be people that are gonna be very good, tempted to type stuff, okay? So... yeah, I'm obviously, like, I was just thinking aloud that, yeah, there must be another reason why he's getting the impulses if he doesn't have the blood. Please don't answer it, though. Please. Okay. Thank God. Okay. This is getting crazy. This is getting crazy, dude. This is getting crazy. Okay.
兄さんと四季はとても仲が良くて、私も幼心に嫉妬するぐらいでした。けれど、四季があんなことになってしまった時に、すべてお父様は四季を内々に処理した。けれど対外的に遠野家の長男を亡くしてしまうことはできなかった。遠野家は社会的にも地位のある家柄でしょ。だから
Yeah, if you're thinking of K and K, Shiki and Tsukihime, they are spelled differently. They are both Shiki, but they're spelled
周り
differently.
には知らせられなかった。そこで父は思いついたんです。四季に殺されかけた当の四季を実子として扱い、反転して人間で亡くなった四季を事故で死亡した養子として扱い。
So they were basically just swapped around.
その時、兄さんと四季は入れ替わったんです。殺された側が生き残って、殺した側が死んでしまった。
But she keeps saying the other Shiki murdered him.
兄さんと四季の
I get that he turned and attacked him, but he survived, right? Why is she saying murdered? That's so weird. That's a very extreme term to use, okay? Again, I'm thinking out loud, by the way. It's a very extreme term.
じゃあ、なんだ。俺は、アキハの兄貴なんかじゃなくて、遠野の人間でもなくて。
And of course, I'm not related to the Arimas either. So we don't know who he's related to. Yeah, exactly. I just realized that. We don't know who the hell this guy is. That's kind of scary. Not yet, obviously, yes.
ごめんなさい。もう誰も
Right, just calm down, okay? Again, it's thinking out loud. It's stating the obvious. Come on, bro. Come on.
四季という名前をしていた子供はもうどこにもいないんです。四季という子供は7年前に死んでしまった。 それは命としての死ではなく、存在としての死です。戸籍も過去も家もその記憶ももうどこにも
Well,
残
that's
っては
kind
い
of
ない。
scary.
兄さんが塔の指揮の代わりになった7年前に全部
Guess yeah, cover your tracks or
父は
whatever.
処分してしまいましたから。
I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me.
だから兄さんは有馬の家に預けられたんです。世間体のために遠野家の長男は生きていなくてはならない。けれど本当は
Ah, okay. I guess it makes sense. So
跡継ぎにはさせられない。
they covered it up so that supposedly the eldest son is alive because they need him for the status, I guess. But he doesn't necessarily need to be the heir. But if he was around in the mansion, it would be weird for him to not be the heir. So he was exiled. So he can't be the heir. But again, it still means that supposedly their eldest son is alive still. So they can retain the status or whatever. The reason for that. Okay. You're taking more baths makes you sneeze less. That, I mean, I don't... Again, bro, no one bathes here. Maybe people bathe in your country. No one takes baths here. 99% of people shower. So I'm not sure if that has anything to do with that. Okay.
お父様は事故で体が弱っていると理由をつけて兄さんを有馬の家に追放した。二度と遠野の家に立ち入らせないようにと
Yeah.
残った私に言いつけて。
There's a trembling in her voice. She drops her head, fighting something stirring in her chest. She must feel guilty over what happened to me. But she shouldn't. I don't blame her in the slightest. In fact, I'm incredibly grateful to know that Akiha cares for me so deeply. That said, there's something that I need to ask her about. Probably more than just a thing. Probably multiple things.
ダメだ。疑問点がまだ2つもある。
There you
話を
go.
続けてく
There
れ。
you go.
いや
Keep asking.
物事がまだちゃんと解決していないよ。それじゃ。まず一つ目。まあ、こっちは別に些細な疑問というか確認なんだけど。俺が遠野の人間じゃないのは分かった。遠野の血が普通と違うのも信じるよ。でも、そうなると、俺の目の
Ah,
説明が
yes,
で
the
きないという
eyes,
か
the mystic eyes. Does she even know about them? I guess we're about to find out.
実は俺も少しだけおかしな体質をしているんだけど、これってたまたまなのかな。
わかりません。確かに父は気まぐれで養子を取るような人ではありませんでしたから。
Okay, so I assume is what happened is that he's like, oh, I'm gonna adopt this kid because he shares the name with my own kid. It's funny, but that definitely... Okay, so he adopted him for the other reasons. Because he was unusual. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. He probably just said public like, oh yeah, it's funny. The kid shares the name with my kid. It's really funny, you know? Makes sense.
そうか。まあ、この際自分が何者かなんてことは本当にどうでもいいんだ。秋葉、さ、俺生きてるだけでラッキーだって思うんだ。本当なら死んでいたような傷だったんだろう。ならこうしていられるだけで幸運だよ。
Yeah, that stuff doesn't really matter. There's something else I need to know. Yeah, how did he
二つ目の
die?
疑問。
Or how did he not die?
式は
Or I guess, yeah, first of all, how did he not die back then? And how did you die now, right now? Two different death questions.
兄さん、それは。
おかしいだろ。あいつが生きているのは。式は遠野の血に負けて反転とやらをしたんだろう。そうして俺を殺して親父に息の根を止められた。 なら、ああして生きているはずがない。
Hmm.
可能性があるとしたら、一つだけだ。
Well, I assume the reasoning for this old one is because he was maybe already inhabited by Roa, right? With his soul transfer thingy. And then he manifested to prevent the death or whatever of his host. That's what I'm guessing. Still don't know how our boy here lived though. He doesn't have Roa in him. Probably not, unless there's two.
いや、もしかすると、親父は息の根を止めなかったのかもしれない。
That's what I'm assuming at least.
どんなに狂ってしまっても、血を
Because a vampire could regenerate that for sure, right?
だから殺せず、人目につかないところで養生させていたんじゃないのか。俺が病院に担ぎ込まれたみたいに。
I mean, he seems to think his father had something to do with it, but I don't know. Does he? Akiha doesn't answer. The fact that she can't lie is both her strength and her weakness. Looks like I was right on the money.
そうか。
Hmm.
それで式がまともに戻ったら、党の式として。
Oh, so I guess he didn't want to finish him off?
あの親父のこと。
And at some point, Roa took over?
そんなことは。
Hmm. Akiha can't bring herself to refute it.
いいんだ。秋葉が悪いわけでもないし、親父が悪いわけでもない。もちろん、式が悪いわけでもない。原因はさ、本当にたまたま。
Yeah, blame the blood, I guess, or whatever.
たまたま運が悪くて、よその国のイカれたやつが式に入っちまっただけなんだ。本当に悪い。
Or honestly, now that I think about it, maybe it was never the blood to begin with. Maybe it was just Roa at that time as well. I think that is also a possibility. Because when was the last... I don't think they mentioned the last sighting of Roa. So, I don't know. It could have been him too, I guess. I don't know. Akiha remains silent, her head hung low. Because they did say it was unusually early, right? Like, normally it never happens that early if it happens. Like the turning, as they call it. Hmm. I guess this is where our conversation ends. To be honest, I didn't want to learn the truth about myself. Come on, you need to ask more, bro. I guess she's not going to be answering everything, though. Right now, I need to meet up with Arcueid as soon as I can. There you go, back to the priority of the route, though, I guess. We got places to be.
ごめん、少し疲れた。眠るから。
My boy about to jump from the window again.
はい。兄さんがそう言うのでしたら。
Hmm. Yeah, we definitely got some answers, but still missing a lot. Akiha heads for the door.
Akiha.
One question still lingers in my mind. Oh?
何ですか?
Is it about his own death now? Or something else?
ああ。
Oh, well.
秋葉は
I guess that is also a valid
どうして
question.
俺をこの屋敷に呼んでくれたんだ。
俺
は本当の兄貴
Yeah, that I I never thought about this actually. Now that I know this, yeah, I didn't think about this either. Why did she? Why was she brought back from the Arimas then?
そんなバカなこと言わないでください。
Okay.
私にとって兄さんはあなただけです。今も昔も。兄さんは忘れてしまっただろうけど。
I guess she still sees them as siblings though. I mean, they did spend a lot of time together.
当の秋葉にとって、兄さんはあなただけなんです。
That's interesting that she says the only brother, even though he knew the other one probably longer than this one. But maybe the years that she spent with this one were more memorable to her, I guess. The door opens with a heavy sound and then she leaves. Well then. Yeah, but he was normal before that trauma. Like they said, they played together and whatnot. Did she just like cast all of that aside since his bloods decided to awaken? That's kind of cold, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm sure it wasn't his own choice that he started to go crazy, right? Like, surely she would still have fond memories of that guy as well. I don't know. With Akiha gone, I can finally take stock of my own situation. It's just past 10 in the evening. Only 4 hours have passed since that bastard knifed me. Wow, same day, yeah. He's already back, which is pretty surprising. I thought he would at least sleep through the day or something. My body refuses to budge. It feels like I've turned into a robot. One operated by a remote control that's since been lost. My mind is clear. I don't even feel any pain, yet I can't move my limbs at all. I expel a deep breath to calm myself. By trying to move an entire arm or leg in a single push, I'm only setting myself up for failure. If I want to make this work, I've got to start smaller. I focus my entire being toward the simple act of wiggling my right pinky. Every ounce of strength is focused on that one tiny finger. Every last fraction of concentration condensed into a single point. Toreson! Wrong game. Feels like the muscles in my body might rip themselves apart from the exertion. This truly is Shiro. After a few minutes of concentrated effort, I'm completely drenched with sweat, but I managed to twitch my little finger the teeniest bit. With a loud heave, I released the breath I've been holding. It might have just been one finger, but it's proof that I can still move my body. It's all I need to shake the feeling that I'm some helpless puppet with its strings cut. Now that I remember what the sensation of touch feels like, I can force the motion from my pinky to my ring finger, to my palm, my elbow, my arm, my shoulder. The more of my body I reclaim, the more the pain flares. The lack of pain earlier must have been due to my entire body being numb with paralysis. So it makes sense that as I regain control of my nerves, the pain will only grow. A thick sweat gathers on my forehead. I can feel a stabbing pain all throughout my body. But I need to persevere. If I don't regain my senses, I won't be able to leave my room. And if I can't leave my room, then I can't head back to town, to the school, to the place where I can meet Arcueid again. Your finger has been harder to flex lately? What do you mean by flexing your finger? Like curling it or what? Fighting back the nausea, I force my torso up. There, I did it. It's by going to take everything. I have to just walk there, but that's fine. Curling it up and down? Like this? Your finger's messed up or something? It's a miracle I survived after Roas struck me in that point. Asking for more would just be tempting fate. I inspect the spot where the knife penetrated my skin. That's strange. There isn't a single point of death on my chest. Damn. Yeah, could you be maybe... Is that like carpal tunnel or something? Sure enough, my body possesses 2 such points, but neither is anywhere near the place he stabbed me. What's that thing called that you can get like a vaccine for? Fuck, I forgot the English name. I feel like that is kind of related to stuff like that too. Is it tetanus? Tetanus, maybe. I'm struck by a calm realization. Of course, he didn't stab one of my points of death. If he had, I would have dropped dead on the spot. Even Vlov, an undying monster, was no exception to that rule, so if Shiki had actually stabbed me in one of those spots, someone like me wouldn't have had a chance. From rust bacteria? Oh. Never mind then. As I ponder the situation, I spend a few long moments pulling my coat over my shoulders. Was that deadly? What does it even do, by the way? Like, what are the symptoms? But just then, A gentle knock comes from the door, followed by my supposed senior entering the room. Ayo. Hello, still in work
遠
attire?
野くん、絶対安静だって言われたでしょ。なんで起き上がろうとしているんですか、あなたは。
She hurries to my bed. I take a second to observe her in silence.
何ですか、遠野くん。私の顔、何かついてます？
It poisons the blood, yikes.
うん。メガネがついてる。
ええ、遠野くんとお揃いですね。
She chuckles softly at the dumb joke. It's nice, she's still the same old Ciel. Dude, the music is so lax again. Even after she told me she'd disappear from my life, she still came to save me. She may be strong enough to go toe-to-toe with Roa, but the rest of her is still unchanged.
ありがとう。また先輩に助けられた。
ええ、これで荒事は2回目です。いい加減次は見捨てますから覚悟していてくださいね。
Huh? I was talking about our conversation at the site of the wreckage. She must have saved me some other time without me even noticing it. Yeah.
そっか。2回目だったんだ。
It's his guardian angel.
わかった。
Is it Herman fighting glove? Well, I would assume so,
次
yeah.
は必ず。
There was definitely a black key yeeted at that moment. Yeah. Ciel stares me down.
遠野くん、もしかしてまだ懲りてないんですか？
懲りてないも何も。俺は被害者だよ。あっちから問答無用でやってきたんだ。懲りるも何もないだろう。
それはそうですけど、遠野くん、やる気満々じゃないですか。
I let her comment pass in silence. I'm not sure what sort of face I'm making. But I do know I've got no intention of resting here when I could be taking action.
先輩、質問していいですか？
嫌です。と言っても、遠野くんには通じないようですね。いいですよ。それで遠野くんがおとなしくしてくれるなら安いものです。しばらくおしゃべりにお付き合いしちゃいます。
Okay. She takes a seat in the same chair that Akiha was sitting in before. I was so certain she'd refuse me, but here she is. I still don't understand her at all.
マリオも来ているんですか？あと、ノエル先生は？
先生は自宅療養中です。マリオでしたら、下でアキハさんと交渉中ですね。今後の対策の打ち合わせと、まあ、急所の探り合いでしょうか。
She speaks dispassionately. Mario and Ciel might be connected through the church, but it seems there's no love lost between them.
じゃあ聞きます。さっきのやつがロアなんですね。先
Yeah.
輩。
はい。あれが今代のロアの転生体です。7年前に遠野くんの命を略奪した遠野四季。そのあたりの事情は、秋葉さんに聞きました？
ああ、聞いた。なんだ先輩、秋葉と仲良くなったの？
Yeah.
あいつ、先輩たちのこと嫌ってるみたいだったけど。
ええ、嫌われてますよ。秋葉さんは異端狩りという私の仕事も嫌いなら、私自身のこと
I
も
like
気に
how
食わない
she
そう
can
です
still happily smile through this though.
ですね、並大抵の嫌われようじゃありません。
Yeah.
この件が片付け次第、殺し合いをするのも辞さない感じです。
Well, that sounds fun. She says something quite alarming with an eerily casual smile.
そっか。まあそれは置いておいて。話はロアに戻るんだけど、奴の住処はうちの学校だったんですか？
ロアの隠れ家は他にも複数あったようですが、現在あの校舎を根城にしているのは間違いないようですね。 アルクエイドがロアの死者たちを残らず排除した結果、自分から動き出したんだと思います。
In other words, Arcueid hasn't found him yet. Which means I still stand a chance of catching her in time.
遠野くん？
あ、いえ、考え事をしてました。けど、どうしてロアはうちの学校なんかを住処にしてるんですか？そもそもあれは本当にロアなのかな？なんか聞いていたのとイメージが違いすぎて。
そのイメージというものが間違いですね。ロアは転生する吸血鬼。その時の姿や性格、思考性が変化するのは当然です。いいですか、遠野くん。ロアが転生先に選んだ肉体はロアとは別の人格、人間として育ちます。知性が十分に育たなければロアは己を発揮できませんから。そうして一個人として成長した人間の全てを苗床にしてロアは姿を現します。
Oh, great.
よりしろがロアに変身するのではなく、ロアの思想をよりしろが受け継ぎ新しいロアになると考えてください。
So he could be very different depending on his reincarnation, I guess, is what we're getting at here. Both looks-wise and personality-wise too, maybe? Okay.
ですのでロアとして覚醒した後もその代のロアの行動原理は肉体に沿うものになりがちです。
Oh, there he is again.
肉体に影響される。じゃああいつは間違いなく四季の考え方を持ったロアということなんですか？
半々の状態といったところでしょうか。転生先となった当の四季の意識は7年間専盲状態だった。だから四季本人の自我が弱い時、思想はオリジナルの初代ロアのものに近くなる。あれが転生者ロアであると同時に
One could say it's almost like an alter ego.
こんなケースはロアの歴史の中でも珍しいことでしょうね。ある意味ロアという人物はもう存在しないんです。あそこにいるのは永遠という事柄、不老不死を求める脅迫観念に過ぎません。
Yeah.
厄介なのはその脅迫観念に意志と歴史、積み重ねた魔道の知識があるということ。ロアは不老不死の探求を続けられるのなら自分が何をしようと構わない。四季本人の意志、四季の欲求を止めることはしません。むしろ欲望の達成を手助けするでしょう。よりしろの確執が消えれば思想は完全にロアだけのものになりますから。
Yeah.
四季本人のやりたいこと。
Respect for the grind. That's one way to phrase that.
はい。おそらく彼はアルクエイドから隠れることより、遠野くん、あなたの殺害を第一としていたはずです。
四季の目的が俺の殺害ってどうして？
そうですね。言いにくいことですが、当の四季にとってあなたは自分を殺した人だからだと思い
That's
ます。
messed up.
殺されたのはこっちの方なのに。あべこべですよ、それで。
Yeah.
でも遠野くんは生きている。そして四季は殺されてしまった。その結果、あなたは遠野四季にな
I
って
guess
しまったでしょう。
metaphorically.
四季は遠野の身内たちの手によって処罰された後、奇跡的に蘇生しました。けれど、
That's
その後
pretty
に自
evil,
分の家に
Martlin.
戻っても彼の居場所はなくなっていたんです。だって遠野家の長男はきちんと生きていて、妹の明葉さんと暮らしていたんですから。 ある意味 あなたは塔の指揮という人物を殺してしまったんです。彼の帰る場所をあなたが全て奪ってしまった。
Still feel like it was not his choice or his fault, but fair enough, I guess, from his POV. Whatever.
塔の巻久によって幽閉されていた四季が自分として暮らしていたあなたにどんな感情を抱くかは分かりやすすぎるぐらいです。
四季にとって俺は自分の名前を使って塔の四季になりすましている偽物なわけ。
Sus.
はい、四季は何よりもあなたを憎んでいたんだと思います。
Oh, great. It's not like I'm all too happy with the arrangement we wound up with either, but I suppose that wouldn't matter much to him. To him, I'm just some despicable fraud. A man who stole his place in the world. And it's not like his resentment faded with time. Rather, he spent the past 7 years nurturing it and letting it fester. Yeah. Looking at it this way, of course he wants to kill me.
でもさ、殺されたのは俺の方なんだ。
塔野くん。
He's not the only one who got robbed of his existence. 7 years ago I would have been 10, and that 10-year-old me has been completely erased. I don't know anything from before then. I don't have any memories of my childhood. It's not like I long to meet my real parents, but everything I've held dear no longer exists. I don't even know my old last name. Shiki, the child I once was, is gone without a trace.
塔野くん、憎しみで戦おうとするのはいけないことです。
Ciel chides me, perhaps sensing something worrisome in my idle murmuring. Though I'm afraid her concern is misplaced.
そんなんじゃないです。俺がロアを殺すのは別の理由ですから。
憎しみはないんですか？
全くないわけじゃないけど、それはただあるだけの話です。それとは関係のないところでロアは放っておけない。放っておくと
He has to take care of him for the waifu. Oh.
だから俺も急がないと。最後まで手伝うってあいつと約束したんだから。
That's right. I don't have time to rest up here. Not when she's been bearing her pain with a smile this entire time.
わかりません。どうしてそこまで彼女に肩入れするんですか？アルクエイドは吸血鬼です。塔野くんとは違うものじゃないですか。
それも関係ないですよ。俺はアルクエイドだから肩入れするんです。仮にあいつが人間だろうと怪獣だろうと。
Actually, I shouldn't call her that. She'd sulk up a storm if she heard. True.
人魚だろうと結果は変わらない。それぐらい俺はあいつそのものに惚れてるんです。
Staring straight into Ciel's eyes, I declare my feelings for Arcueid. The blush, though. She quickly clasps her hands over her cheeks, which are flushing red for some reason.
あくまで彼女に協力すると言うんですね。
She's like, I can't help this guy, he's beyond salvation. Of course. Which is why I'll head for the school the second my body allows it. There's a chance that Arcueid could find Roa and become embroiled in battle. The instant she does, her safety is no longer a guarantee. It's dubious how much help I can offer in my current state, but it's still better than letting her go it alone.
無理ですね。たとえ塔野くんが満足に動けたところで、今の彼女ではロアには対抗できません。
対抗できないって、どうしてそう断言できるんですか、先輩。
単純な足し算ですから。
Maths.
彼女は一度決壊した吸血衝動を抑えて活動している。 そのために能力はさらに低下し、
I
ロア
feel
の半分にも
strong.
満たないでしょう。
Wow.
遠野くんの力はロアの半分もありませんから、遠野くんが協力したところでロアには太刀打ちできません。そもそも彼女は死にかかっています。能力が弱っているのに自分の衝動を抑えつけている。私たちで言うのなら、肺が潰れているのに動き回っているようなものです。
What the hell? She's dying? Why? How? I knew she was suffering, but it never seemed like she was anywhere near that bad.
もちろん、それは吸血衝動を抑えなければ回復できるものです。楽になりたいのなら、
Yeah.
人間の血を吸えばいい。
The dilemma.
けれどアルケイドは二度と人の血は吸わないでしょう。だからロアを追いかける限り、彼女は自分から死に近づいているんです。
ふざけるな、そんなの。
I jump up from the bed and immediately collapse to the ground. It's not even a graceful fall. Instead, I hit the ground like a discarded piece of trash. It's so pathetic it makes me want to curl up and die. Arcueid is out there pushing herself against the world, and I'm too frail to even walk.
無茶はしないでください。傷自体は合ってないようなものですけど、遠野くんの生命力は空っぽなんです。ロアの今代の転生体、シキの能力でしょう。あなたはナイフで刺されただけで、ごっそりと命そのものを削り取られたんです。
Well, that's kind of funny and ironic.
命。
生命を発動させる動的な結合力。平たく言えばエネルギーですね。生きている限り動的な結合力は作り出されますけど、その蓄積量は個人差があるんです。一人の体から取り出せる生命力は無尽蔵ではなく限度がある。蓄積している生命力を一瞬にして奪われたら、その個体は生命活動を停止するんです。
Life force, the thing that sets someone in motion.
それは物を生かしているということですか？
そうですね。厳密に言うと死ではありません。ガソリンが切れてしまったから動かなくなるということですから。エンジンは壊れていないんですから、エネルギーさえ戻ればまた走り出せます。
Nice metaphors. Ciel moves to stand me up and lay me back down on the bed.
いい。もう横にはならない。
もう、自分一人じゃ立ってられない人が何を言ってるんですか？横になるのが嫌でしたら、こうしてください。
With a forceful push, Ciel has me sit on the bed. The act of sitting is enough to send my breathing into disarray. Fuck. Dude, this is such a good screenshot of it because it's the only piece of text on the screen. There's your thumbnail for the finale of Arcueid route. It's just his bedroom with fuck. Oh my god, I love how out of context it is. Okay. I'll never make it to school at this rate. Even if I could find Arcueid, I'd only, slow her down.
いいんですよ。遠野くんはもう戦わなくて。ロアのことなら、あと数日もあれば決着がつきますから。
決着って
They're gonna step in, they have a
ど
plan.
うやって？
ロアの転生体が特定できましたから、法王朝、私たちの本拠地
And
です
they're
から。
gonna get the big
そこに
wigs
要請が通りま
notified.
す。
Oh damn.
今回はマー
The
リオンもいます
Holy
し、
Sea.
3日もあれば十分な数の代行者が送り込まれますから、ロアはそれでおしまいです。
They're gonna assemble an army. The elite squadron?
また同じことの繰り返しになりますけど、とりあえずそれで今代のロアは処理できます。
3 days. Wait, 3 days?
ダメだ。そんなもの待ってられない。今夜にでもアルクエイドはロアとやり合うかもしれないんだ。
Yeah, he can't wait.
だったらそんなもの何の意味もないじゃないか。
I force my power into my legs. Somehow masking my ragged breathing, I get up from the bed.
先輩、俺のナイフどこだ？
There's an important question as well. Yeah.
私が預かってますけど、
No, I kind of do it too,
あ
Chom,
な
but
た
it's
に
kind of
渡すと
fun.
思いますか？
Because he kind of says it like that in Japanese as well. Oh, he's got it. Give the knife.
思わないけど、人のものを取り上げないでほしい。
The Harry quiz was good. Was it? Did you get a lot correct there?
確か何時盗むべからずなんでしょう。
31. Was it 50? Surprising. Ciel takes the knife out of her habit with a resigned sigh.
この担当は遠野くんのですからお返ししますけど、学校に戻るつもりなんですか？
何度もそう言ってる。アルクエイドがロアを見つける前に俺が。
Put an end to him. If Shiki is after my life, then we'll wind up clashing one way or another. If so, I should go there and kill him myself to protect Arcueid.
そんな体でですか？やっぱりわかりませんね。あなたがそこまで彼女
Damn,
に
she
こだわ
don't
る
know. She didn't have that
聞かせてくだ
night.
さい。
She didn't have that night, dude.
それを聞かせて
She
くれる
wasn't
のな
there.
ら私はもう止めません
It
から。
was my guy's highlight. He peaked in life at that moment. She don't know. It would be funny if he actually gave it as the reason. It's the same question as before. Sending strength to my trembling knees, I reaffirm my resolve that I might instill them with the strength to burst out of here.
俺は
Why do I want to help her? Because I like her? Because it's fun to be around her? I'd just be lying to myself if I said that. There's one far more deep-rooted reason, one which trumps everything else. Say it, bro. You got this.
あいつ一人だからさ。
I guess
な
that
んか
works
ほっ
too.
とけないんだ。多分
Well,
理由はそんなもの
a
だ。
reasonable reply.
嘘です。そんなことで自分の命をないがしろにはできません。
Okay,
真面目に答えてください、遠野くん。そんな理由じゃ私は納得できません。
いや、本当に理由はそんなことなんだ。
うん
あいつは今まで一人で楽しいことがいっぱいあるってことも知らなくて、ずっとバカみたいに一人だった。そんなのは寂しすぎるだろ。そんな意味のない人生俺は許せない。だから
Flashback. That's why I just wanted to show her that this world has so much going on, even if the majority is pointless crap. Oh my, oh my. Kinda true though, he's real for that one. Learning all about it, experience it for yourself, is the joy of living. It's a truth so simple, even children understand it.
ただ
Oh, there's the classroom
教えてやり
scene
たかった。
one again.
あいつはあんなに楽しそうに笑っていたけど、そんなのは誰にでも手に入れられるものなんだって教えてやりたかった。世の中にはもっともっとつまらない悩みなんて消し飛ぶぐらい楽しいことがあるんだって何回でも連れ回したかった。 当たり前のことを当たり前のように感じられるように、あいつを幸せにしてやりたかった。
My desire doesn't come from sadness. It's a simple, honest wish from the bottom of my heart. I want her to be able to smile always, because there's nothing I find more radiant, more lovely, more beautiful.
だってそうだろう。あいつは今まで救われなかった分、その何倍も幸せにならなくちゃいけない。正直、大体、あいつが一人で亡くなる方法なんて簡単すぎる。そんなことで悩んでるとか、バカみたいだ。
Yeah, it's a piece of cake. All she needs is someone she can talk to, and the freedom to do what she wants.
きっとさ、それは誰にだってしてやれることなんだ。
Wow.
他の誰でも、あいつを幸せにすることはできる。だから、確かに、俺がこんなみっともない体で、こんな風に躍起になる必要はない。他の誰にだって、あいつを一人でなくすことができるんだから。
I know. I know it all too well, but I'm doing this for some I'm not doing this for some logical reason.
けど、ダメなんだ。
Oh, rip fallen.
他の誰かになんて任せられないし、このままあいつと別れることなんてできない。俺には、もうあいつ以外にいないんだ。
That's just the kind of bastard I am. I'd already given up on so many things. I could have died like a dog and not cared. Yet now I desire something so much. It's like I'm a different person.
アルクエイドを愛してる。
There it is. There it is. As a man, I'm in love with everything about her.
でもそれ以上に、俺は自分の手であいつを幸せにしてやりたい。そのために自分の命が使われるのなら、それでいい。このままであいつに消えてほしくない。今はただ、それだけなんだ、先輩。
Yeah, that's all it is. I care more about Arcueid than I do my own life. She's the sole purpose for which I was granted these eyes. I can say that with absolute certainty.
他の誰でもですか。バカなこと言わないでください。他の誰にもできませんよ。だって、
Wow.
そんなことを言えるのは世界中で遠野くんだけみたいですから。
Ciel sighs deeply and shrugs her shoulders in exasperation.
先輩。
ちょっと頭にきちゃいました。彼女、もう十分幸せじゃないですか。
Hmm. She wears a cynical smile, but her tone is gentle. Suddenly I hear a noise from the window. The scraping of branches and twigs. Huh?
驚かないでいいですよ。彼女が立ち去っただけですから。
Who?
さっきからおかしな違和感があったんですけど。
Wait, that wasn't Arcueid, was it? Wait a minute. Ciel glances toward the window.
ロアより遠野くんの方を優先してきてた。
Wow.
彼女らしくないですけど。まあ、
Wow.
これでロアの方を
Well, at least she hopefully caught that part.
私がとどめを刺しに行きますが。
なんでアルクエイドが俺の部屋なんかに来るんだよ。
Wow.
遠野くんがロアにやられたから心配で見に来たんでしょう。私たちの話に聞き耳を立てていて、たった今ロアのところに行っちゃいましたけど。
行ったってどうして？
当たり前じゃないですか。あんなこと聞いちゃったら、私だって同じ行動をとります。
Okay.
羨ましいけど、同じぐらい哀れですね。
Oh. Interesting.
だから、どうして。
遠野くんはアルクエイドを助けたい。けどアルクエイドは遠野くんを巻き込みたくない。なら答えは一つです。さて、これで諦めがついたでしょ。遠野くんがどう頑張ったところで彼女には追いつけません。ですから、あとは私たちに任せてゆっくり体を。
ふざけるな!
In a fit of rage, I grab at her collar. The short burst of movement is enough to get my head spinning, but I ignore the dizziness.
こうなると分かって、俺に理由を聞いたのか。
いいえ、私、遠野くんが彼女をそういう風に見てたなんて知りませんでした。確かに、これは私の失策です。
Even so, her expression doesn't change. Her gaze is perfectly calm as I cling to her collar. This is pointless. Arcueid is already on her way. I've got more important things to do than blame Ciel.
彼女の後を追う。連れて行け。
Resolved, though.
そんな体の人の脅迫を聞くと思っているんですか？
Of course not.
知るか。言うことを聞かないなら。
Oh, wow.
ここでめちゃくちゃに暴れてやる。
Oh, no. I can only imagine what he said. Because what he said in Japanese there, I can see that could be translated in many different ways. So them saying "I'll make you," okay, it's a bit chill compared to what they could have translated that to. Okay, because that can be interpreted in multiple ways. Interesting. Her expression crumbles. The stern face from before is replaced by one of quiet astonishment as she looks away and ponders for a moment. After a few seconds, she breathes another heavy sigh.
その提案は魅力的ですけど、仕方ありません。
What do you think she said in the OG? He said in the OG? I'm gonna assume it's something to do with how should I say this? Getting violent with her? Okay, you know what I mean.
私の失策でもありますし、乗りかかった船ですから、こうなったら終着までお付き合いします。
Alright. She peels my fingers off her collar and comes around to my side.
それじゃあ連れて行ってあげますから、おとなしくしていてくださいね。
Alright, she's convinced. Great. Okay, let's go. I don't have the time to be confused. She picks me up, cradling me in her arms. He's getting princess carried.
Akiha さんに見つかると止められますので。
Wait, please tell me someone has made an edit of this, like it's Ciel carrying Shiki like a princess, and then someone makes an edit of being Kire on the side carrying Ilya like a princess. You know, Heaven's View. Please tell me there's an edit like that. It would be so funny. But with both of them wearing the church outfits. That would be so funny.
はい、ちょっと、シエル先輩。
There's a soft thud as she steps onto the windowsill. And a split second later, we leap out into the night. Alright, time to go. Ooh, to waifu. The moon. The graceful avatar bounds beneath the moon without flaw. From roof to roof. Without stopping or falling, she crosses the sky like an arrow set loose. Her destination is fixed. Is this a new track? It sounds like... I don't think I've heard this before, have I? The high school on the fringes of this city. The place where her foe has made his nest. The site of a battle long awaited. Ooh. I'm gonna take this as a potential screenshot. Because I definitely want to have Arcueid on the thumbnail for the final part of her route. And this is a spoiler-free one. So this is a potential one. The distance between the house on the hill and the school grounds is a mere 2 kilometers as the crow flies. A journey of a few minutes on legs such as these, which he's giggling like crazy because he heard what he said. That's crazy. But at the same time, she must know that this is gonna end badly for her anyway, right? That's kinda sad. She's well accustomed to this sort of pursuit. Flying with complete efficiency, her every action is specialized towards piercing her target. This silhouette has been a heaven-sent bolt of death for many a dead apostle? How do you even pronounce that? I never realized. Dead apostle? Apostle? I don't even know, honestly. I never really thought about that. Yet just for tonight, her trajectory is filled with a gentle warmth.
大好き大好き大好き大好き
Oh, that's so freaking cute, bro. As the sky bathes her upturned face in moonlight, she shouts her feelings to the universe. If she didn't let them out, her heart would surely burst. If she didn't press her hands against her cheeks, they would burn from the heat. Inexplicable light has flooded her chest. Tingles of contentment flow through her neck and into her brain. Oh, here's a good shot as well, honestly. This is a tempting one too. You get the silhouette on the foreground of the moon. God damn. It's an experience entirely new to her, one of pure joy. The shroud of melancholy that bound her mere minutes before is nowhere to be found. Even though her body may be on the verge of collapse, even though she may not have the strength to keep on fighting, even if she may not have a future once she defeats the vampire lurking in the school, even if all she did until now has been pointless, without any meaning or redemption.
構わない。そんなの全然どうでもいい。
All those problems are a thing of the past. Everything between her and Roa feels like little more than an insignificant feud. What fuels her now is that which wells up in her heart. The feeling of wanting to protect someone precious to her, a feeling she's never grasped for herself until this moment. The Roa this time is different. Compared to Roas of the past, he's less interested in the pursuit of immortality. This Roa possesses a deep, singular interest in one person. By examining all that had occurred as one sequence, she arrived at the necessary conclusion. She realized that the relation between her Shiki and the other Shiki is much like the one between her and Roa.
だから私が倒す。
No more bringing him into danger, and no more hesitating about her clash with Roa. A few minutes prior, she had feared their confrontation. The rationality at her core said her odds for victory were slim at best. It wasn't the prospect of failing her mission that frightened her. No, she feared dying at her foe's hand, disappearing and never seeing him again. But now it's different. She is propelled by an all-encompassing joy. Because she's alone, I can't just abandon her. That's all the reason I need. Her eyes, her lips, her entire being is flushed with bashful delight. Can she win? Can she survive? Will she be able to meet him again? That would be nice, she thinks. So she'll keep fighting for that possibility, for her own hopes and dreams. Never before has something like this driven her. It's not hatred or duty. Rather, it's the elation from being able to dedicate herself to him that propels the white figure across the night sky.
私に返せるものはないけれど。
As thanks for the warmth burning in her chest.
あなたの敵を やっつけるわ。
I have to take another potential one. There's so many good options now. Ah, they're all good. Imagine there's gonna be more later as well. Her mind is made up. She will use whatever remains of her power to end things tonight. The memory remains branded on her heart. With a smile, she accepts those simple words, a reward for a journey of 1,000 years. Okay, the gates. After bursting through the night-covered city, we arrive at the school. Despite having leaped from roof to roof with me in her arms, much like Arcueid has done before, Ciel doesn't seem out of breath in the slightest. This is probably coming a little late, but she might be just as ridiculously overpowered as Arcueid.
遠野くん、歩けますか？
歩けなくても歩きます。これからロアを殺しに行くんですから。
そうですね。では、この先は自分の足でお
I
願い
guess
し
she
ま
was
す。
just a taxi. She lowers me to the ground. That's on Ciel. I mean, she's pretty nice, but I obviously don't have a great opinion of her yet, because, you know, this is not focused on her. This one. The school is wrapped in an eerie silence. Once I enter these grounds, neither Roa or I are walking out until one of us is dead. I take a deep breath and remove my glasses. A familiar pain courses through my brain. The sensation combined with my rigid body makes me want to scream out.
まずいですね。目覚めたばかりとはいえ、やはり月
Oh,
齢の
it's
影
so
響を受け
trippy,
ます
dude.
か。
She looks up at the sky with a grim look on her face. The moon illuminates the school in its silver blue glow.
まずいって何がです？
ロアの状態です。神祖は月齢によってその能力限度を上下させます。
Oh no.
彼らは満月に近いほど力を増す。それは使徒であるロア本人も同じです。今夜のロアは限りなく不死身に近いでしょう。今の私の装備では殺しきれないかもしれません。
Damn. As close to immortal as can be, huh? Not like that makes a difference to me. As long as a potential death still exists, I can kill it, no matter how hard he makes it for me. I just need to get close enough, even if he guts me the next second. It won't matter if I can deliver his death in a single breath.
それにしても今夜は明るいですね。これじゃあ闇に紛れて忍び込むのも難しいです。月の明るい夜は好きなんですけど、今日だけは別物ですね。
Unlucky. She sighs. Moonlight pierces the frozen blue night, a testimony to the death of existence that one might even find beauty in.
そうかな。俺は月の明るい夜は
Oof.
嫌いです。
遠野くん。
There's an intense throb. Something grates within my brain. Also out of
太
context.
陽じゃなくて月の弱い明かりだと余計にはっきり見えるから。線をかき消すくらい強い日差しか本当の暗闇の方が気が楽だ。
Fair enough, I guess. Another throb. It scratches at the fringes of my reality.
ああ、今夜は特に狂いそうだ。
Oh no.
何もかも死にやすそうで、まるで月の荒野にいるみたい。
Damn. Release or limiter removed. But it's not necessarily bad news. It means that no matter what, I won't miss Roa's death. Ooh. I guess we'll see.
遠野くん、ここでお別れです。ここから先は一人で行ってください。私は別行動をしますから。
別行動？先輩、何かするんですか？
ですね、私だってロアを処理するのが目的なんですよ。ただ、今代のロアは今までより強力なようですから、真正面から挑むことはしません。遠野くんとアルクエイドがロアに殺された後、
Damn. I like how realistic she is. Like, yeah, once you two are dead, I'll step in. Good luck. Weaken him for me, please. Hey, you know what? Fair enough. She declares her strategy without a hint of shame. I mean, yeah, might as well. I mean, it's not like it's gonna make him change his mind anyway, so it might as well be honest. To be honest, her sincerity inspires more confidence than half-truths ever could. Yeah, exactly.
わかりました。勝手ですけど、その時は後始末をよろしくお願いします。
I mean, yeah, it's totally logical and makes sense. Yeah, I don't blame her. It's just funny to hear it.
仕事に私情を挟むのはここまでです。
She's a professional. Professionals have standards.
遠野くんは彼女のために戦うのでしょう。それと同じように、私にも自分なりの理由があるんです。
I'm sure we will learn more about those at some point.
ですから、これ以上あなたたちを助けることはできません。
はい。ありがとうございます、先輩。これでお別れかもしれないから言っておきますね。俺、先輩のこと好きでしたよ。先輩と有彦と3人でバカみたいな話をしてるのは楽しかった。
はい。私も夢みたいでした。
And just like that, Ciel disappears like a bird fading into the night. See ya. Okay.
さあ、行くか。
I've also made up my mind. I passed through the main gate. It's still hard to walk. The school feels like it's miles away. Though my body grows dizzier with every step, I whip myself into action, forcing my body to sprint towards the building. Alright, let's do this. Leroy! Oh. Ahead of Tonoshiki, the executor has already entered the school. I guess she's gonna stake it out. This is not an assault, but an infiltration. Naturally, this is far from her first time navigating enemy territory. For the executor Ciel, exterminating vampires is a matter of duty, not of pride. To challenge an enemy directly is to invite suspicion of madness. Her body moves like a shadow. Her stealth surpasses mere silence, as if there's no trace of her at all to the outside world. No scent, no body heat, not even a heartbeat. Nothing. As of now, she won't even permit herself to think. There are vampires capable of noticing intruders the second a thought crosses their mind. It's uncertain whether Michael Roa Valdamyong has cultivated such an ability, but the true ancestor no doubt possesses at least this level of spatial domination. Oh, Daryl! Thank you so much for the 70 big ones, my dude. Hey, welcome back to the Gao Gang. Huge resub. Thank you, as always. And if Arcueid discovers that Ciel has entered this space, that information will be relayed to Roa, engaged in battle with her. In other words, the slightest thought would ruin her chance at an ambush. So in order to avoid such an outcome, Ciel has transformed herself into a puppet. A puppet only performs the commands it has been given. It does not think. It is unmoved by outside factors. Unthinkingly, the executor moves toward a location in Roa's blind spot where she might deliver certain death. She has apprised herself of her surroundings through magecraft. Roa has deployed a myriad of magical formulae throughout the gymnasium where he now waits. Arcueid is moving to meet him through the corridor which connects the gym with the main building. The concrete surface is growing more scorched by the second. It is Roa's odd, accumulated until this very moment. I guess it's odd? It's probably odd, yeah. Contending with Arcueid's own magical energy. If Ciel were conscious, she might liken it to a powder keg. A concentration of magical energy so dense it sparks, ready to blow at the slightest provocation, eradicating intruders and all. Stealth. Will Shiki be able to pass through here? Such thoughts do not cross her mind. The killing machine simply heads from the courtyard to the roof. Even Roa himself could not wake her up. Could not wake her up now. But then, what the fuck is that? What is that, dude? She sees it. Fucking Dark Souls boss over here. Like a fatal omen, something makes her question her own eyes. It clings to the wall unnaturally. Oh hell, that's got like spider legs! Oh hell! Oh, were they doing this? Oh man! Oh, why with the appendix? Oh, okay. Not even Ciel, with her vast history of vanquishing dead apostles and monsters alike, has heard of such an aberration, let alone seen it. It's on a fucking wall too, dude. Oh. Oh, it's so much worse than the thing we saw before. It's like fully matured or something. Oh, what the? Ooh, it's like all spiky and weird and ooh. Ah. Its skin is tough yet supple like leather or tree bark. Its abdomen is grossly distended. 6 legs sprout from its guts. A mass of claws or fangs from its shoulder, large enough to belong to a dinosaur. Quailagger, this. I mean, at least the other one has a hot topless lady on top of it, so you can at least focus your eyes on that. Its lower body resembles that of a spider. Its upper body is almost human. The 8 eyes that dot its face are unmistakably arachnoid. Oh. Yet strangest of all... Oh, don't zoom in on that shit. Ugh. A muddled awareness oozes from the aberration, one that is neither murderous nor hostile. Thank God, honestly, the only solace I have, this is a visual novel. If this was like an actual like Dark Souls style game, and I'm playing Ciel right now, I walk in, and then I look up and see that on the fucking wall myself, I would just exit to the main menu and close the game. I could not do it, bro. If I saw that right there on the wall myself playing the game, oh my god, bro. It's the only solace I have that this is a visual novel. It still creeps me out, though. She has faced bloodlust potent enough to foretell her doom. She has faced hostility electric enough to cover her entire flesh in goosebumps. But that is not what she senses now. This creature defies analysis. It exists in none of the church's records. Of that much she is certain. Thank you. This being's origins lie outside the realms of man's understanding. The realm of man's understanding. Something about it brings to mind a painting by a renowned artist of a dark, strikingly blue city beneath a swirling moon and stars. It almost seems to inhabit a separate dimension. Ugh. It's just standing there on the wall. Without realizing, she begins to breathe again. All thoughts of Roa, Shiki, and Arcueid are erased from her empty mind. What remains is primal fear, yeah. A trace of humanity from a time before she was an executor. When she was just a little girl, ignorant of monsters and creatures of the night. In other words, she is filled with an undeniable aversion to the hideous thing before her. The entire school distorts and shakes. The amassed magical energy in the air is causing a chain reaction, warping the steel foundation of the school building. I want to say there was no arachnophobia warning. There was some disclaimers when you boot up the game device, but like some sensitive content, but I'm not sure if that was one of them. It wasn't caused by this aberration. It's a sign that the fight between Roa and Arcueid has begun. Oh shit. I don't think she's gonna make it in there. She's got other things to worry about. It was only a few seconds, but it was a fatal error nonetheless. Realizing that she has lost her chance to ambush Roa, Ciel immediately redirects her attention to the threat at hand. Oh, it talks like the Berserker thingy as well. Oh no! Oh, it's moving! The monster, neither insect nor beast, is nearly 3 meters tall, yet it glides across the walls with ease. It is entirely unaffected by the shaking of the building. From 8 meters away, the monster brandishes its grotesque arms. Ugh. They extend like whips. This is like Cursed Arm with multiple. They close in on her, but Ciel calms as she catches the familiar scent of a dead apostle from each of them. There's an amalgamation of dead apostles? Turned arachnid or something? That's kind of fucked. Roa must have placed it here to prevent her from interfering. Viewed in such a light, nothing about this is shocking. Ciel observes the physiological makeup of the ghoul from below. And this is where you drop the nuke. Its entire form is a mass of lethal weaponry, but there are 2 points which demand attention. The cluster of fangs protruding from its shoulder and that massive left arm. Those fangs are not made nor for close combat. No, without a doubt. Oh. They're quite the opposite. Uh-oh. They are missiles made to hunt prey from afar. A direct hit from a high-velocity mass like that would splinter a human into 1,000 pieces. And if it maintains the high ground, she'll be a sitting duck. In one breath, she slips past a wave of whistling projectiles, leaping up to the rooftop. Oh, it's climbing! Ah! The massive ghoul clambers onto the rooftop to cut off the executor's escape. Its 6 legs allows to glide across the ground just as easily as it scaled the wall. She views its every move, formulating her plan of attack. Oh, another new shot? The giant ghoul is akin to mobile artillery. Its primary armaments comprise those elastic arms and the rows of fangs on its shoulder, which have already regrown. A variable form specialized in long-distance warfare. But that isn't to say it's ill-equipped for close combat. Were she to get too close, its left arm would almost certainly smash through her defenses. Oh. That is, if it manages to hit her. Objectively, that ghoul's massive left arm is at odds with the rest of its body. The mismatched proportions ruin its balance, undoubtedly marrating the creature's maneuverability. Had its arms been closer in shape and size, it could have acted as a more stable mobile turret, or even pressured Ciel from a distance. It assails her once more with its whip-like arms. Evading by the skin of her teeth, the executor weaves her way toward her enemy. She is no longer plagued by the fear that tingled at her spine. Though her foe remains an unknown entity, she has ascertained its strength and abilities. Even if it is a type of ghoul that never before encountered, it should pose no threat to her. The abilities it exhibits are not enough to kill her. Ciel is fully convinced that she can kill it with her current equipment. If there's one issue, it's...
時間
Oh. Though she does not know the enemy, she knows that its power is on par with that of a greater dead apostle, which means that executing it once or twice will not be enough. The question is how much she must kill it before it stops regenerating. Dude, it has guts, multiple stacking guts.
10分それ以上は使えない
What the hell? The Executor's Magecraft burns the ghoul. Although struck by enough lightning to kill an elephant, the ghoul leaps backward and launches its counter-assault. The Executor grits her teeth. This monster is far more resilient than she anticipated. Some time remains until she will fell her foe. So she has no way of knowing how that slight interval will affect the night's conclusion. Are we gonna get like a meanwhile now? Ah, hell no, dude. Oh my god. Oh my. Is it Shiki POV time? Oh, no. Oh, it is. Okay. Wow. Music though. The school is a mess. Everywhere I look, steel and concrete have been gouged. It's like a miniature typhoon passed through before ascending upward. As fast as Ciel was in traversing the city, she couldn't keep up with Arcueid. The battle between her and Roa must already be underway. I run through the corridors. Alien sounds of destruction ring through the building. A burning smell lingers in the air. My fingernails dig into my left palm, pulling back my consciousness, which slips further away with every step. The painful sting keeps me grounded enough to press forward. It doesn't matter if my nails flay my left hand. As long as my right hand can still wield a knife, I'll be okay. I pass through the hallway and run up the stairs. The sound is close now. I'm all but certain it's coming from the 3rd floor. Just a little further. If I can catch up with her, we'll stand a chance. She knows what my eyes can do. She's the type to stay calm and rational during a fight. Once she knows I'm here, she'll know how to put me to good use. She can handle the defense while I go on the attack, just like when we fought Vlov. She just needs to hold off Roa and I'll do the rest. No matter what happens or how reckless the plan is, I'll cut a way through. She just needs to hold on. I arrive on the 3rd floor. The deep gnashes in the wall stretch down the hallway, all the way to the passage that connects the school buildings. Forcing my stumbling feet to pick up the pace, I make a dash for the corridor. I reach the part where the hallway turns into the connecting passage. Finally, I've made it to the final battleground. There they are, in the corridor's center. 2 figures keeping a careful distance. At the far end, I spy Roa, smug and in his element. Closer to me in the corridor's center, I see Arcueid kneeling on the floor, her breath in disarray. What is this? That's not the Arcueid I know. Her body appears woven with dark threads. She is weak, on the verge of falling apart. Not a shadow remains of the beautiful moonlit flower I saw in the hotel.
Arcueid!
I run for her, not even taking a second to concern myself with the Roa. This hallway might be laced with traps, but all that matters is that I get to her as fast as possible. However, before I can reach her... Oh, a spark cracks through the air. Mystic Eyes? Still kneeling, Arcueid assaults me with a terrible glare. Oh. I can't move. Is that petrification or what? Or is it still like her Mystic Eyes of Dominance that she can use the same way? It's like my entire body turned to stone the instant I met her gaze.
冷たい女だ。死ぬ思いで駆けつけた仲間を魔眼で束縛すると、共に死にたいという彼の忠義ぐらい受けてやってもいいだろうに。
Roa sounds delighted by the circumstances. His mockery isn't intended for me, but for Arcueid, who's still on the ground.
魔眼って
Why would she use those against me? Why, damn it? Why now, after I finally caught up to her?
どけどいてくれアルクエイド
She refuses to meet my eyes, instead turning back to Roa. She doesn't speak. She has nothing to say to me, till she's locked in. Her pained gaze is reserved only for her greatest enemy.
なんで
I can't even raise my voice. Her mystic eyes aren't to blame for that part. Despite coming so far, this frustration at my own helplessness is extinguishing the fire that somehow kept my body moving.
いいぞ、ようやく覚悟を決めたな、姫君。まったくもって静寂だ。何しろもう後がない。ここで私を仕留めなきゃ無残な死体は2つになるからな。それが嫌だ。最後の誇りを見せるんだよ。
Oh. Roa approaches Arcueid slowly, one unbothered step at a time. His shoulders, his abdomen, and his limbs are warped and torn with every step he takes. Oh, he's back. But never for more than a moment. His body recovers almost instantly, and not once does the damage break his stride.
しかし、大したものだ少年。姫君はお前を逃がすために私と差し違えることにしたらしい。だが、かつての姫君なら恐ろしくもあったが、今の君はただの吸血鬼だ。神祖としての力も十全に発揮できない。悲しい。胸を裂くように悲しい。そして醜い。
Like the Nasu villains more often than not tend to have like really smug aura. Arcueid's voice rings through the corridor.
一時的な物理現象の書き換え、自然現象、空間にある熱量の自由操作、真相の星の触覚としての当然の。
I mean, it definitely makes them more memorable, I suppose. Yeah?
まさに想像の権能だ。いかな魔術を極めようと、人間ではお前たちには遠く及ばない。しかし、同時にお前たちも人間には直接干渉することはできない。
Oh, you mean mix them up? I guess, yeah, true. That too. I'm gonna sneeze. That's another one.
繁栄し、学習し、独立し、知恵ある猿として進化した人間は、もうこの星とは違う分類だから。できることといえば、こうして真空を作り上げ、私にあてがうことぐらい。だがこれでは足りない。加えて、今の私はお前より優れている。私にあって、お前にはないものがあるからだ。
Arcueid has stopped breathing. Peril cloaks her very being, like she's abandoning all of herself in a bid to gather strength.
わかるだろう。そう、死の実体験だ。私はそれを知っているが、お前は知らない。それが私たちの決定的な差。生きている限り生物は死を体験し得ない。それを知り得る転生者たるこの私だけの特権だ。
The darkness writhing around Arcueid grows more pronounced. I have to stop her. Even if it means grabbing her and slapping her cheek, I have to stop her. If I don't, then...
人は未知を本能的に恐れる生物。
And look at him opening up his arms.
真相であろうと変わらない。しかし、いかに神秘を学ぼうと、どれほど長寿の生物がいようと、無に帰り強い。本質的な死を体験することはできない。お前たちは死を拒むことでその強大な力を得る。同時に弱さをも作り上げる。死を避ける貴様、死を受け入れた私。それがアルクエイド・ブリュンスタップ、ミハイル・ロア・バルダムヨンの質の違いだ。私は今も人として
He's claiming he's mogging her.
時代から外れた亡霊に過ぎぬお前に私を罰する権利はない。
Interesting. Oh! Oh! Hello. A crisp sound cuts through the hallway. The corridor's windows are being coded, overwritten by something else.
Yeah.
Oh. Can Roa not see it? This enormous swell of power that not even death can penetrate. She's manifesting stuff.
それでも私に挑むというのなら止めはしない。身をもって1000年の代償を受けるがいい。その後、そうだな。やはりこの体の目的をゆっくり果たすとしよう。
His mouth twists into a smile, a crescent moon of malice. Roa finally turns his gaze towards me. Those eyes foretell the delight he'll take in killing me, in sating the grudge of his flesh, of Shiki.
つまらない。交渉はそれで終わりか、ゲロ。
Oh? Whoa. Tone. Hey, yo. Arcueid's surroundings are transfigured, as though she were recalling the planet's way of being, its atomic structure, etched deeply in its atmospheric memory.
確かに、私は堕落した。
But that doesn't matter. It isn't worthy of regret. She draws in a breath as though she were seeking to devour it. Hello.
消えろ。お前に私の指揮は殺させない。
The world shifts. It takes on an appearance I've never seen before. Even outside of her universe, my body is constricted by an intense, unseeable pressure. I can't even begin to imagine how horrifying it must be for Roa, locked in its confines. Oh.
魔術基盤がエーテルが存在しない。待て、これでは魔術が成立しない。魔力枯渇どころではない。秩序そのものが未完成だ。これではまさに。
Arcueid solemnly raises her hand. My throat refuses to cooperate. Every part of me wants to scream that this is wrong. Sure, this will kill Roa, but at the same time, it'll all be over. She'll lose what little remains inside of her. I know this all too well, but I can't produce a single sound.
これが天体をなすもん。私のパンティオン。私を堕落させた原初の位置。祝福あれ、祝福あれ、祝福
He's
あ
going
れ。
full Jill mode here.
間違ってはいなかった。私の理論は間違ってはいなかったのだ。
Oh. The vampire trapped within a pit of suffering cries out in joy. And with disgust emanating from her every movement, the woman in white expunges him like she were swatting a fly. Wow. When I open my eyes, Roa is no more. He was distorted, severed, and finally compressed. The corridor has returned to its former reality. It seems its phantasmal state was only momentary. The passage is the same as it ever was. Only Roa's feet remain. And yet, the battle could never end so easily. Of course. I mean, he is supposed to be immortal, right? Their boots! Their feet move. A wet sound echoes through the corridor as they wade across the sea of blood. And then a revolting process unfolds. Oh, he's regenerating. With every step, he is rebuilt. Ankle, thigh, back. His other leg sprouts forth, followed by his torso and then his arms. Oh, that's a cool visual though. And the bones. Wow, she's like, welcome to modern magecraft or something. Oh. The music is so menacing, dude. My voice fails to reach her. Still kneeling on the floor, Arcueid can't even lift her head anymore. He's like, I'm used to this. Wow. He's fully back just like that. Damn you, Moon! Uh-oh.
そこにいる男と同じ能力だから。
I can't move. I call out to her, but I'm too late. Roa, whole once more, slices through her stomach. It's effortless, like cutting a line. There's no tearing of flesh, no spilling of blood. She falls and remains completely motionless on the cold floor.
これが死を体験した末に得た力だ。皮肉な話だが、私自身もこれの使い道はわからなかった。サンプルとして享受してくれたのは彼でね。何？コツさえつかめばどうということはない。幾度死を見てきた
And the
私に
Shiki
とって、
boost.
物の死を読むことはそう難しくはないことだ。
Arrogantly boasting of his achievements, Roa kicks Arcueid in the side. The air crackles on impact, and she's sent flying my way.
アルクエイド。
I can move. The effect of her mystic eyes must have worn off, meaning Arcueid's power is now completely spent. Shaking away the thought, I pull her into my arms. The instant I do, I'm met with a horrid revelation. Her body is unbelievably cold. What little heat remains feels like the flickering of a dying candle. I put my glasses back on, out of an instinctive fear. Roa is still here, right in front of us. But I don't care. All that matters to me is saving Arcueid.
アルクエイド。
Or CG. I call for her. She opens her eyes slowly, as if stirred from a deep slumber.
かっこ悪いとこ見せちゃった。
She smiles at me. It's a faint smile, with a brightness that feels stitched together.
何バカなこと言ってるんだ、お前。どうしてこんな。
My voice can barely make a sound. I wish I had the right words. I wish I knew what to say, but something's wrong with me. I can't even think right now. Her body is frigid in my arms, horrifyingly so. If I weren't wearing my glasses, I'd undoubtedly be witnessing something even more horrifying. And I really, really don't want to see that.
どうして。
All my mouth can form is repetitive nonsense. My frustration at myself reaches a peak when I pull her close, more tightly than ever before. But that won't put strength back into her veins. Not a sliver of energy remains within her. The only thing left is a contented smile on her face.
嘘だ。
This can't be happening.
どうしてこんな。どうして一人でこんなことするんだよ。俺たちは仲間だろ。協力するって、最後まで助けてやるって、ちゃんと言ったのに。
そっか。そういえばそうだったね。なんか忘れちゃった。
忘れるなよ、そんなこと。これじゃ俺は最低じゃないか。お前を助けるって言ったのに。ちゃんと助けるって言ったのに。ただの。
そんなことないよ、シキ。私、あなたにいっぱい助けてもらったもの。だから助けてもらうのは、もう、いいんだ。
She coughs weakly. Blood drips from the corner of her pained smile.
だから、お礼に、これぐらいはしなくちゃって。ちょっと無理しちゃったけど、最後にロアから四季を守れて。
No, her eye is losing life. My breath catches. She can no longer see. She doesn't know about her wounds. Or even that Roa is still alive. Oh no. Her time has stopped before that. From the moment she struck that final blow, that was the end for her. Stop. Please stop. I can't say a word. My throat is stuck and refuses to move. But I can't bear to rouse her from her dream.
ありがとう。助かっ
I'm losing my mind. I can barely force the lie out of my throat. The color is fading from her eyes. Her body temperature is fading to nothing. I'm losing her. I'm going to lose her forever.
アルクエイド。
に、
俺の血を飲め。
Oh.
そうすれば力が戻るんだろう。お前は。
Without a second thought, I shout my wish aloud. She doesn't reply. She just shakes her head faintly. So faintly I almost miss it.
なんでまだ怖いとか言ってるのか。いいからよく聞けよ。前に言ってたよな。もしも鳥や魚に自分と同じぐらいの知性があったら食べられるかって。俺は食うぞ。食わなきゃ生きていけないからな。生きるために奪うことは自然界じゃ当たり前のことなんだろ。
That's what you told me. So why? Why are you shaking your head with such pity in your eyes?
私、もしもの話って好きじゃない。
She flatly refuses me. And the words she used were my own. Damn it. You told me you liked what ifs. You said you felt like there was salvation to be found in them.
そうか。俺は好きだぞ。たとえ詭弁っぽくてもさ。それなりにどこか救いがあるような気が。
A salvation you can find in them, I wanna say. But I can't. My throat is trembling too much. I can hardly make a sound.
そうだったね。けど、今はそれよりもっと欲しいものがあるんだ。
欲しいもの。いい。何でもしてやるから。言ってみろよ。
シキにね、キスして欲しい。
What the hell? Are you really okay with something so simple? I bring my lips against hers. It's neither as sweet nor as soft as it was once upon a time. All it is her cold lips against mine. A kiss without warmth. But she smiles so happily, so honestly once we're done.
よかった。憧れてたから、こういうの。
そっか。変なものに憧れてたんだな。お前。
なんだか嬉しい。たったそれだけのことなのに、すごく気持ちよかった。ずっと。
Then don't.
このまま消えてなくなってもいいかなって思えちゃった。
She softly utters those words, And with that, every bit of warmth leaves.
Arcueid.
No reply. Though her body is right there. Though I still feel her softness in my embrace. I can still recall her voice clear as day. But it's gone. I won't ever hear it again. What the hell did I do? I wanted to make her happy. I wanted to show her so many things. I wanted to take her to so many places. I wanted to be together with her forever. And now that wish will never be granted. Damn it. How could she? She passed away abruptly, without giving me the chance to say anything thoughtful. I'll never be able to forget this. Her death, this awful, quiet feeling that threatens to drive me insane. For as long as I live, I will carry them with me. Footsteps. The man who had observed us has resumed his approach.
終わったかね
A hell no, a hell. A hell. I gently lower what remains of the pale flower in my arms.
終わっちまった。
I lift my head to face her enemy. Is it Ciel now? Oh no. We face off in this moonlit corridor. Roa doesn't move. The fact that he saw fit to simply watch in silence is proof of his revolting confidence.
しかし生きていたのは予想の外だったよ
He speaks at me as if nothing happened. I take off my glasses and draw my knife.
死が見える人間というものは死から逃れる術に長けているということか生命力の強い弱いの問題ではなくまあ往生際が悪いとも言うがね
We're both living pieces of filth. We failed to die when we were supposed to, and we've been half dead since.
死から帰ってきた者は死というものを理解できる私と君はその中でもさらに特別な能力があったケースだ私はこの極点に到達するまで16回もの死を体験してきたがそちらはただの一度だけか、正直才能の違いだろうなもしその体に転生していたらどれほどの異能があったのか興味深い
He's so goddamn conceited. His smug voice grates on my ears, summoning another headache.
2つ聞くことがあって1つだけ
Ayo.
教えてやることがある
Despite this headache filling up my cranium, I demand one final conversation with him.
ほういいだろう言ってみたまえ
His demeanor is one of absolute confidence, of a man who considers himself every bit my superior. This whole situation amuses him, which is good. The more he acts as though he's a person, a creature with intellect and a mind, the more I remember my rage. A scornful smile graces my lips now that I no longer have to adhere to it.
1つ目に聞くことが一番大事なんだけどさお前なんでアルクエイドを殺した
なぜもあるまい自分の命が狙われているんだ殺し返すのは当然だろうもっとも私が欲しかったものは弱りきった姫君ではなかったが今回の私なら最高の状態に仕上げた彼女を解体できただというの。その機会は失われた。 一回の吸血鬼と変わらぬ真素で手に入れても意味はない。よって価値がないと判断し始末をつけた。こんな結果に終わったのは私にとっても残念だよ。
His lips are curled into a grin. My head hurts. Every muscle in me wants to move to stop him from breathing. I can't stand the thought of him living even a second longer.
さて、それでこの後はどうする？まさかその体で私とやり合おうという腹でもあるまい。無様な抵抗ほど冷めるものはないぞ、殺人鬼。
He's telling me what I already know. My dizziness overtakes me and I drop to my knees. I no longer possess the strength to stand up straight, but something draws my eye.
よせよせ。いくら私の死を見たところで触れられなければ意味はないし、その繊維は間違えている。
間違えている。
I think the blue lines are like because he's like undead, like vampire basically.
そうだ。君は私の敵にはなり得ない。性能の差を言っているのではない。殺害が可能か不可能かの例えでもない。君にはある一点において、私を敵にする。
Is he sure about that though? I don't know about that as of this moment, dude. I don't know. I feel like this is the opposite, but okay. It's the first time his words have carried anything of value. Nothing he's ever said or will ever say was worth committing to memory, but just now it feels like his words contain a vital truth.
私は君の能力を高く買っている。どうも式としての人格は消えつつあるらしい。当の式への恨みを晴らした以上、今の私は式寄りではなく、ロア寄りということか。
He approaches. With every footstep, it's as if he contours out of his forms. The contours of his form are fade away. Is it an illusion? It must be. Reality couldn't just melt away like this, so it must be my vision that's fading. Rage and loathing towards him. Rage and loathing towards myself. My emotions mix, bubble and boil, rattling the lid that just barely keeps them contained. He's about to spring any second, dude. Oh. Yes, somewhere beyond my rational thought, the cicada's cries of summer beckon. From this hollow shell I call a self, something gushes outward, something that must not be defined.
この力は素晴らしいだろう、シキ。喜んでいい。直視の魔眼を所持できる者は私たちぐらいのものだ。その希少能力をなくしてしまうのは惜しく、何より我々は同じもの。誰よりも互いを理解できるだろう。パートナーとしてこれほど心強い者はいまい。
仲間になれと言っているのか。
まさか仲間にしてやるんだよ、この私が。
Wow.
君の意志なぞ知らない。そんな不純物はここで消す。安心しろ。その血を吸い上げ、魂まで略奪した後、私が君を何のためらいもなく死を行使できる存在に仕立て上げよう。
The distance between us doesn't matter. As long as he's in front of me, it'll be fine. As long as I'm still alive, it'll be fine.
あと一つ。お前に見えているものは生き物だけの話だな。
当然だろう。生物でなければいい。
Oh, so are his mystic eyes of a lower rank? Because Shiki can see the lines of everything, even inanimate stuff. Huh. Interesting.
命の源である箇所は生き物にしかありえまい。
やっぱり合点がいったよ、吸血鬼。
I squeeze my knife in my hand. All of me freezes over from my extremities to my heart. My brain knows only agony. But if it isn't enough, is not anywhere near enough, I go further. There's no cause for hesitation. The woman who would have rebuked me has already left this world. Oh fuck.
腑に落ちんな。最後の言葉にしては不相応だ。まあいい。おしゃべりは終わりにしよう。どこぞに隠れている教会の女の始末を。
Oh, he's aware for sure, yeah.
喜べよ、シキ。私のしもべにした後の最初の相手は頼りにしているあの女だ。
So he plans to kill Shiki, turn him into his vassal, and make him fight Ciel. That's his plan right now. That's kind of fucked. That's the kind of provocation I was waiting for. I'll give him exactly what he wants. No morality, sensibility remains. I can't recall any prospects or forms. The flesh that formed my being has rotted away. That which claimed to be me is now lost. I don't know. Oh my dude, it's like, oh, look at that! I can see the skull. Oh my god. What it means to be human anymore. He is death, dude. Oh my god. Oh, CG. What the hell, yo? Whoa. Okay. The man halts suddenly, his face frozen. Whoa. His body, which has lost its basis for living, is as still as an unborn fetus. His world is unchanged. He experiences no shortcomings. There's nothing he could have sensed. Nothing that could offer some threat. Was he seeing them already sliced? They were like he was in like chunks for some seconds there. Huh. Premonitions. But that's the precise source of the terror in his eyes. He's just like kneeling there. My body feels like it's set ablaze. Whoa. He's like, you think you know death? I am death. Wow. My brain is white hot. It's like the surface of the moon, a wasteland of extinction. To see the death of things is to be tossed into a vague, fragile world. A world where there is no ground below, where even the sky appears frail, as if it will fall at any moment.
何のことを言っている貴様。
He wavers with every word. That's only fair. He can't comprehend a single thing I'm saying. There's only one explanation. Our eyes may be similar, but they're entirely distinct. He just got outranked, baby.
やめろ。その目で私を見るな。
Oh. Fear is mixed in with his voice. He summarized it so aptly before. People instinctively fear the unknown.
1秒先にも世界全てが死んでしまいそうな錯覚をお前は知らない。それが死を見るということだ。この目は得意げに語れるものじゃない。
There was a time when I was afraid to even walk around. If it weren't for her, I would have lost my mind a long time ago.
それがお前の勘違いだ、吸血鬼。命と死は背中合わせでいるだけで永遠に顔を合わせることはないものだ。
その目で私を見るなと言っている。
His footfall closes in, but his lightning speed from before is gone. The price he paid for using too much of his power on Arcueid. In that case, there's no need to affirm my theory any further.
教えてやる。これが物を殺すということだ。
The single stab is many times cleaner. He did it on the ground. A moment later, the corridor groans in agony as it collapses beneath our feet. Roa's screams are drowned out by the cacophony of crumbling concrete. The corridor was killed. Devoid of meaning and purpose, it disintegrated into nothing. Caught within the passage's collapse, he fell, crushed by the debris. Unnatural destruction. The corridor, which stretched between me and the other building, is the only part that collapsed, as though it was made of a different material. Ignoring the cries of my aching head and freezing body, I descend the stairs. So quiet. I survey the scene beneath the moonlight. What was once the courtyard is now a sea of rubble. And at its very center, something disturbs the surface. He really is filth. Though I'm on the verge of collapsing, I climb the rubble. Sounds like he's in pain. His lower body is gone, erased. It doesn't even regenerate. It's as if that part of him was decreed by destiny to no longer exist. Dude, it's like you will never reach the truth. Wah! 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 But his upper half, having dragged itself out of the rubble, is still as functional as ever. If nothing else, I have to respect his perseverance, his willingness to cling to life. The monster sloshes around in a sea of his own blood. Will he recover? It's looking like it. What a quick adaptation. If neither resurrection nor regeneration can be of service to him, he'll simply create what he needs. It's a remarkably vampiric approach. In a few minutes, I'm sure he'll have crafted an adequate replacement for his lower body. I step over the rubble towards my target. The monster looks up and stares at me. Its eyes are filled with a malice so pure, so dense, it looks ready to overflow. Oh. Boys, I think we have reached some very peak levels of irony. Its voice drips with loathing. From its severed waist, a new lower half rapidly starts to coagulate. The blood that covered the rubble with a thick crimson film reverses its course, flowing inward like a video on rewind.
どっちが
No, you! I mutter a response as I relax my right hand. The thing's point is a little to the right of its heart. I thrust, and the blade sinks smoothly into his chest. He got the core. It's like stabbing through paper, this insipid, unexceptional sensation of death. Oh, CG! Yo, look at that. Oh, he did it so gently too. He's like, oh, it's not like a, it's just like, just there. Just gently push it in. Oh my god. He's done. Ah, that's all it can say in response. But this man has already experienced death plenty of times, in one form or another. He knows what this sensation means better than anyone. Also, you know what this reminds me of? This graphic? It's like that, is the painting, is it by Michelangelo? You know the one, where the famous one where the guy is like touching with the angel, like their fingers are like this. It kind of reminds me of that. It's like a bit symbolic. It's kind of funny. It's Adam and God. Yeah, you know what I mean, right? Yeah. The way his finger comes down from the same angle is like, yeah, creation of Adam. There you go. That's what I kind of thought of. That's funny. Even though this is the complete opposite. This is killing something that is seemingly immortal.
恐ろしくはないだろう。お前にとっては馴染んだ道だ。違うところがあるとすれば、一つだけ。今度は、帰ってこられない。
Damn, honestly, the text on top looks even better. Like this screen with the text on top. Sheesh. Oh my god. Damn. Cold, I agree, yeah. Cold. I can't use that as a thumbnail, it's too spoilery. I have to use an Arcueid on the final part anyway, but that's good. Ooh. I withdraw the knife and turn around. Its life has already ended. A quick and easy death, even simpler than closing one's eyes. Wow. Honestly, I like it. I like that it was just that, you know? Like that it wasn't a battle that takes like an hour and slashing and weaving and dodging and crazy and explosions and everything, you know? That was good. That was good. Like, as soon as he locked in, it was over pretty fast, right? Pretty good. I'm dazed. My body may be at its limit, but my mind is even past that. Arcueid mentions something about this. Like, honestly, sometimes the best battle scenes aren't the ones that are like the flashiest, or the ones that, you know, are long or crazy and twists and turns. Sometimes, like, stuff like this is like, pretty cool. I like it. Arcueid mentioned something about this. That I shouldn't look at death for too long. That if I push myself, the blood vessels in my brain will rupture and burn out. Straight to the point. Yeah, the point. None of that matters to me. If this is how things were going to play out. If I were okay with winding up broken, I should have finished Roa faster. If I had, then maybe. She might still. Oh no. Hell. I collapse face down on the ground. There's a pain in my ankle. When I turn to look, I see it. Oh hell no. A monster dragging itself toward with only its right arm. A hand. A hand! Oh my god. Squirming, writhing, he climbs atop my fallen body. Oh no. His bloodied hand wraps around my neck and squeezes. Oh dude, he's falling apart. Look at the moon behind him as well. A maw of jagged teeth opens and reaches for my throat. Oh no! That would probably still save him. Fangs meet flesh. They pierce the fragile skin of my neck. Then he's gone. In a single moment, Roa is sliced into 1,000 pieces.
危ない危ない。
Before me stands Ciel, her blades in hand. Excuse me, they're black keys. She's alive and well, albeit short of breath.
とまあ、これでこの人を殺したのは私ですね。
Well, I guess she handled her own issue. I'm not really following her here.
ですから、ロアを殺したのは私です。
Wow. Okay.
その功績も責任もすべて私にあります。あなたになんてただの一つもあげません。
SMH.
なので、遠野くんは手ぶらで何もできなかったといじけて帰っちゃってください。
Nice. She smugly puts a hand on her hip to punctuate her words. She's so unfair. Just when I thought I'd never smile again, she forced one out of me.
先輩、それ詭弁だよ。
詭弁。
You gotta look at the damage logs. Those are the
でも
ones that
優
matter.
しい嘘ならそれもいいと思います。たとえ偽善でもなんとなく救いがありそうじゃないですか。
It's not the first time I've heard words like that. They sound a lot like what someone said when I told her I hate what ifs.
そうだね。なんとなくどこか救いが残っているのかもしれないなら。
How happy that would be.
今は体の問題が先でした。大丈夫ですか、遠野くん。噛まれませんでした？
She quickly lowers herself to examine my fallen body. My consciousness is slipping. My brain wants to rest. It doesn't want to keep thinking.
遠野くんってば。
Her voice fades into the distance. Remorse, regret, the headache carving into my brain, the warmth lingering on my palms. All of them fade away into nothingness, like a fever cooling after a long night. I remember looking up at a moon like this once long ago. Though my eyes stay open, my mind shuts down, like someone switched off a monitor. Uh-oh. Now what? The hell? Wow. Save progress? Oh my, wow, that was such a crazy day. This is 14. Moon Princess! There is more. Oh my, okay. We go. Day 14. Wow. Yeah, Matt, yeah.
四季様、朝です。お目覚めください。
Wow. A familiar voice drifts in.
四季様、どうかお目覚めください。昨日に引き続き遅刻をなされますと、秋葉様との約束を破ることになってしまいます。
It's hard to tell whether the voice is tense or composed.
では、僭越ながら、本日のスケジュールをまとめさせていただきます。今朝も秋葉様にお叱りを受けるということで、
Oh, great.
2日目となると、指導も体罰の域に達するかと存じますが。
Oh, great. Jeez, could she paint a more terrifying picture?
起きるからちょっと待って。
Murmuring from the confines of my blanket, I slowly blink myself into consciousness.
おはようございます、四季様。
はい、おはよう。
Still half asleep, I answer her and put my glasses on. It's just past 7 a.m. Like clockwork, Hisui has come to wake me as usual. I, on the other hand, seem to have just woken up on time today by chance.
朝食の支度が整っています。着替えが済み次第、食堂にいらしてください。
She bids me farewell with a bow. I give a big stretch before pushing myself out of bed. Voice crack. After putting on my school uniform, I tidy up my desk, which is still a mess from yesterday's studying. I open up one of the drawers to stow some things away. My eyes fall to the knife tucked inside. It's lain here unused ever since that night. Fuck, dude, my voice is dying so bad. The curtains sway gently. Hisui must have opened the window earlier. The sky is invigorantly clear, though the breeze from outside feels a little chilly against my skin. After everything that happened, I woke to find myself back in my bedroom. Fuck, dude, I can't. My voice is literally so dead. It's complete. This is fucked. It's so dead. Oh my god. Okay. Ciel must have carried me back. I still count my blessings that she never told Akiha and the others I'd snuck out. It's been a month since then. My life is the same as it was before. Oh, a time skip. Oh wow. The relationship I have with Akiha hasn't changed, even after I learned the truth. Every now and then I'm reminded of what happened before, but in the end we're still family. School hasn't changed much either, aside from the fact that they're still repairing the corridor I destroyed. Oops. No casualties were reported in the collapse. No one was injured, not even a single bloodstain was found in the wreckage. Whatever might have been there vanished without a trace. The only thing that did change was the number of students on our school's register. Is it Ciel or something else? I seem to be the only one who remembers we're missing a third year. Yeah. Soya is now free from the serial killings that once plagued it. Since the killer was never technically caught, the city remains silent at night, but I predict things will go back to normal once another month or so has passed. In the end, it looks like I can carry on with my old life like nothing's wrong, even when it feels like I'll never fill the hole in my heart. One way or another, I'll manage. Sometimes when I recall our time together, I'm crushed by a feeling of utter helplessness, but I don't think I'll lose my mind anytime soon. I don't know if I'll ever be able to cope with the pain, or if I'll eventually just get used to living with this void. Our memories don't last forever. Even if I recalled all that happened and refused to forget it, those moments, her mannerisms, the sound of her voice, all of it will fade in time. Vivid as they may be now, one day I'll look back on these memories as just another thing that happened to me once upon a time. But until that day comes, I find myself keeping the promises we made, even when I know it's pointless.
秋も時期終わりかな。
The outside air is so clean and crisp, it's practically suffocating. Taking a deep breath, I shut the windows. Do we skip the scolding? Yeah. Sunset. Class has ended, and though everyone else has gone home, I stay until the sky grows dark. The classroom is bathed crimson. Through the window, I watch the burning twilight fan out into the sky. The sun begins to melt into the vast horizon below it. I'll always be waiting for her. As long as I still remember our promise, I'll continue to wait right here until this vision vanishes into nothing. It's the one promise we never fulfilled. When this is all over, once we've defeated the vampire, I mean. Before you leave, do you want to do this again? Just one more time? She tilted her head in confusion, I think. So I wonder what it would be like if we just met, with no obligations hanging over our heads, nothing pushing us together. That's what I said. But really, all I could think of was her. I wanted to meet her as more than just two people forced together by fate. To spend at least one day as friends, doing pointless things and taking meaningless memories, or making. She sounded happy at the prospect. Okay, let's come back here when it's all over, Shiki. Even if it won't have any meaning, I just know it'll be a lot of fun. Her eyes widened for a moment, but then she nodded. And there, in a classroom steeped in sunset, she gave me her promise with an unabashed smile. I remember our promise. I remember her smile. I remember it all. And I'll never forget. I will not forget. I'll always remember our promise to meet here, in this room painted the fiery hues of twilight. The sun dips into the horizon. Seconds stretch into hours as I wait for the vermilion to dissipate. A time of serenity until the scarlet sky fades. In this suspended world, a moment feels the same as an eternity. Or perhaps I simply lost my mind a long time ago. I continue waiting for someone who'll never show, forever holding on to that brief happiness we shared. There's a click. Then the sound of something brushing against the desk. I turn to look. The closed window is now open. I realize she's finally here. Standing beside the window, dyed in rays of crimson. Do a sideways shot, you won't. Last potential thumbnail shot. This one might be it. She doesn't move from the window. The distance between us seems too far to cross, even though she's standing right here before my very eyes. The words don't come, even so I feel terribly calm.
参ったな。本当はそっと消えるつもりだったんだけど、シキ、いつまでも待ってるんだもん。放っておけないから出てきちゃった。
Her smile is gentle, almost bashful.
そりゃそうだよ。言っただろ、お前との約束は二度と破らないって。
そうだったね。ありがとう。約束を守ってくれて。
I could say the same thing. Whether this is real or some illusion fabricated by my adult mind, I need to thank her for granting my wish.
でも、ごめんね。今度は
Yeah, she can't
私の
stay,
方が
can
約
she?
束を守れない。
Oh no.
なんで？
My own response catches me off guard. My voice wasn't angry or pleading, but gentle. I'm surprised and pleased that I managed to react this way.
うん。シキには私がロアを追いかけている理由を話してなかったよね。実はね、私、
Oh, wow.
ずっと昔に一度だけ人間の血を飲んだことがあったの。その時に力の一部をその人間に取られてしまった。
I was wondering because I'm pretty sure earlier in this part, at the start where we have Ciel talking to Shiki in his room, right? I think Ciel said she won't ever drink a human's blood again. So I was like, was that intentional? So she actually knew about that, I guess. That there was one instance of that. The picture comes into focus. I think it wasn't again. She said she won't drink another human's blood. I think that's what the phrasing was. Yeah, something like that.
そう。その時まで私は吸血衝動というものを知らなかった。他の神祖たちも私にだけはないんだって信じてたみたい。けど私の衝動は単に来るのが遅かっただけ。その時まで、血に乾く時が来るまで、私は自分が吸血種であることさえ意識しなかった。だからあれがいけないことなんだっていうこともわからなかった。
Of course, she was taught nothing but the bare essentials. Never once did they think to teach her that she was the same as those she killed.
でも、それは弁明にならないわ。たった一度の過ちで、私はみんな壊してしまった。だから二度と人の血は吸わない。けど一度でも血を吸ってしまった神祖は、人の血を吸わないと正気でいられなくなってしまう。私がこうしていられるのはね、シキがロアを完全に殺してくれたから。今まで何度あいつを消滅させても、消えるのは肉体だけで魂までは殺せなかった。けどシキはあいつの存在そのものを殺してくれた。
Yeah.
おかげで奪われていた力が戻って、なんとか蘇生することができたんだ。
Wow. She got her loan repaid.
でもそれが精一杯。私の中の吸血衝動はもう抑えきれないところにまでやってきちゃった。だから
そんなことどうでもいい。
シキとはもう会えない。約束破っちゃってごめん。
None of that matters to me. I just Want you by my side.
約束守れるよ。
シキ、
俺の血を吸え。そうすれば何もかも解決じゃないか。
Time passes around us. Neither of us can say a word. The silence threatens to swallow us whole.
すごく嬉しい。けどやっぱりいいや。シキの血はいらないよ。
なんで？俺の血じゃダメなのか？俺の血を吸えない理由なんかあるのか？
She nods quietly.
好きだから吸わない。
Oh man. Oh man. With a smile like a flower in full bloom, she bids me the deepest of farewells. I take a deep breath. It takes every fiber of my being to hold back my emotions. I want to stop her. I want to stop her. I want to stop her. Even if it means killing her, I want to stop her. But her smile is just too radiant. I can't let my selfishness tarnish this moment.
さよなら。今まで本当にありがとう、シキ。
Final thumbnails, y'all. So good. My throat trembles. I can't make a sound. Even so, I have to say goodbye. It's something I learned as a kid. How to part with those important to you.
俺は嘘つきだ。
どうして？シキは約束を守ってくれたよ。
どうしようもない嘘つきだ。お前を幸せにするって言ったのに。
I vowed I would.
ううん、そんなことない。私はこれから眠り続けるけど、その間にシキの夢を見る。あなたと過ごした時間はすごく楽しかった。だからその時の夢をずっと見るの。何の意味もないけど、それはきっとすごく楽しいよ。だからね、シキ、私は幸せだよ。シキはちゃんと私に幸せをくれたんだから。
My emotions catch in my throat. How could I?
優しいね、シキ。やっぱり最後にお別れを言いに来てよかった。私、シキのことを愛してる。正直で危なげで、私にだけうるさくて一生懸命前向きだったあなたを愛してる。だからお願い、これからもずっとそのままで生きていってね。
For just a moment, there's a touch of sorrow to her smile. Then with a final wave goodbye, she leaves as though dissolving into the dusk. I've been gritting my teeth, desperately holding back the tears. She wore a smile till the very end, so I didn't want her to see me cry. But now the classroom is empty.
そっか。約束守ったじゃないか。
Here in this classroom, you met me again. You kept your word. Although things were lost along the way, this story came to its own end. The curtain has fallen on the fleeting, frantic time we spent together. When you think about it, goodbyes happen all the time. For me and her, it just came a little sooner than most. All things considered, I'm satisfied with this ending. She survived, and she told me she was happy with a smile on her face. But they're gonna do the freaking montage of this shit.
そんなんじゃない。そんなものが俺は欲しかったんじゃない。
Yeah, I wanted so much more. I wanted to spend more time together. I wanted to talk about everything. I wanted to feel the warmth of her skin. I wanted to see her smile again and again and again. More than anything, I just wanted to make her happy. Happier than she's ever been before. Instead, she smiled until the end. She told me to keep on living, and then she left me here.
バカ野郎。
It was her last wish. At my core, I'm hollow as a corpse. She knows I'm nothing but a coward, always fighting back his fears. Even still, she smiled and told me to press on, to keep fooling myself, no matter how hard this uncertain life gets, until the day comes when I can look back on the present as another memory. But I can't. I just don't think I have it in me. How could I ever go back to living my old life? Even so, I've got to, so she can dream in peace. I have to grant her at least that much. By the time I realize it, the sun has long since disappeared beneath the horizon. The red sky has been painted over in deep blue. An indigo night, a brilliant white moon. They're all that remain, but it makes for a beautiful memory. I sigh. It's a long, full sigh, almost akin to a prayer. Even if she isn't here anymore, I still have to voice the words I forgot to say.
じゃあな。俺もすごく楽しかった。
So ends my final memory of her. Eventually the moon will darken and the night will end. For now the glass moon sits alone, perched in the night sky. A memory so distant, so fragile, it could shatter with a single touch. I'll keep gazing at it, forever until dawn steals the night away. For the YouTube part, I'm probably gonna have to unfortunately cut this, but we'll be right back. Copyrighted audio. Ciel Sensei time? Sure. Let's go. Alright. It's cool though. For realsies. Is it a cat and a teacher? Well.
月の姫は去り、少年は夢から覚めた。
Yo, the Evangelion
す
reference
べて
though?
世はこともなし。
Okay.
エンド後のお助けコーナー、教えてシエル先生も今回はお休みです。
Mm-hmm.
月姫アルクエイドルートクリア。
Woo!
お疲れ様でした。ここまでプレイしていただき、誠にありがとうございます。今はゆっくり目を休ませて、体をいたわっていただければ。
Yeah, we'll be back next week, don't worry.
そして、もし気に入ってくれたのなら、引き続き月姫の世界を
Oh,
お
is
楽
it
しみ
gonna
ください。
talk about the second round now?
今の遠野くんなら、今回のルートではできな
Oh,
かっ
and
た
this,
選
yeah.
択が
Again,
できる
yeah,
でしょう。
yeah, for sure.
ゲームはこれで折り返し。フローチャートを頼りにするのもいいで
New
すが、
beginning, yeah. Consult the chart.
1日目からプレイし直し、未知の選択肢を選んでいくのもおすすめです。
Mm-hmm. We'll figure it out.
真素とは何なのか、ロアの目的とは何だったのか、
Questions, ooh.
残されたいくつかのファクターを明らかにする。
Ah.
これまでとは全く違う吸血鬼退治。月の表、そのすべてを見せるルートでもう一度お会いし
Near
ましょう。
side of the moon, ooh. It's funny because it's like the opposite of CCC, where it's the far side of the moon. We did it! We did it! Okay, there it is. Alright. Okay, so this video will end soon, because next time we'll do all the stuff I missed before we start the next route properly and whatnot, so it'll be like an interlude part between the routes, but I'll just briefly comment on this, I guess. Yeah, that was pretty good. I very enjoyed that. That was great. That was great. I got teary-eyed many times, honestly. There. Very emotional. It was great. Good climax. Not overly top or like super crazy, but I think it was a really good send-off. Like, it's good. I liked it. Yeah, very good, very good, very good. But there you go. Wow. Thank you for joining me. Whether you were watching these on stream or in YouTube, so far has been very nice. So shout outs. And you hopefully enjoyed this long part as well. Like the video if you did on YouTube side. Subscribe to not miss out on future stuff. Because again, this is not the end of the playthrough. I'm gonna continue right back next week already. We're not having any gaps here. Unless something weird happens. We'll be back with more Tsukihime. But for now, I'm very much enjoying it. It's very nice. Fuck that spider though. Thank God I didn't show it any longer. At least not here. Okay. That's all I have to say. Shout out to my patrons on the screen for supporting the channel. And otherwise, have a great rest of your day, whenever it is you're watching this. And see you next week with more Tsukihime action. Interlude time. See you then. Bye-bye.